Developing now, a driver slams into a power pole, bringing down power lines onto a bicyclist.
Yeah, now that bicyclist is in the hospital. The crash happened overnight in Tigard at the intersection of Southwest Hall and Burnham. It's down the street from the Tigard Police Department, where a police officer happened to see the crash from the parking lot. It is also next to the bus barn for the Tigard School District, and the downed power lines had buses trapped this morning and school delayed for Tigard kids. Trevor Alt is live there now with more. Trevor?
Well, Jenny and Ken, this crash happened right behind me, and this is still a pretty messy scene even hours after this crash happened. You can see all these Portland General Electric workers hard at work trying to get the power restored because it's still out in the immediate vicinity. This is actually a brand new power pole that they just had to put up today because the first one was destroyed. And then that wire that they're dragging across the street right now, that's the secondary power line, I'm told, and that is the one that will have to be put back up on the power pole in order to restore all the power to this area. But I do want to direct you over here. Jenny, you mentioned this is where the Tigard Tualatin School District keeps their school buses. And take a look all the way over to the right, how that entrance and exit is still blocked by power lines. This is what led to the school delay. So with the school delay and with the power outages and with an innocent woman riding her bicycle nearby getting injured, this was an example of a number of things going wrong.
A couple seconds would have made a complete difference in this case.
Tigard police say 50-year-old Mark Hunter crashed his vehicle into a power pole on Hall Boulevard early Wednesday morning, bringing down the pole and surrounding power lines. The sound of the crash alerted a police officer who was in the nearby department parking lot.
When he heard the impact, ran over and then ultimately heard the screams from the woman.
The woman he heard was riding her bike when she was hit by the falling power lines as they were still live. I'm told the officer found her with severe exposed burns and she was in a lot of pain. They tell us she was taken to the hospital, but police did not have an update on her condition. I'm told the driver, Mark Hunter, stayed at the scene and was taken into custody.
He's charged with DUI, reckless driving, criminal mischief, and assault.
Meanwhile, Portland General Electric has been at work all day trying to get power lines back up and running. They said the repairs aren't complicated, but they still called the scene a mess because the damage is so extensive.
It's going to take several hours for our crews to set a new pole, get the equipment up there, get things cleaned up from the accident, and also there is oil from a transformer that we have to clean up as well.
According to Portland General Electric's website, this is now estimated that the power will be back on around 1:30, although the spokesperson that I talked to told me that he wouldn't be surprised if it did come back on before that. Though I can tell you, most of the people who lost power in this outage have had their power restored because it was rerouted, but a few of the main buildings in Tigard are still without power. City Hall is still without power, and Tigard Municipal Court is still without power, and if it's not back on by 2 o'clock, all of their hearings are canceled for today, so that's definitely something that you're going to want to keep a close eye on. Reporting live in Tigard, Trevor Alt, KOIN 6 News.